what I mean about misinformation about FBAs. Look at what FBA truly mean. This is the shit that I'm talking about.
A lot of
and this is why I'm so against it.
Comments like, "You're not black, stay out of that FBA business."
This is why.
I'm not saying I'm black. If you've been raised as a white woman for generations, should you speak on black history as a black woman? I am not claiming the experiences of my ancestors. I am claiming my ancestors. Don't know if I like a white woman talking about my folks. And I explained, oh, this is my family. And they said, ain't no white folks in my family, and I know my folks.
We are not.
And
we're not Slavs.
That's when it hit me. This isn't just about history. It's about identity.
White woman, you are erasing other people's identity.
And the rules
and
we don't talk about
ancestors.
until someone breaks them. Hi, I'm Danielle Romero, and thank you so much for being with me here on my channel, where we talk about American identity and family stories. When I first started sharing my family history publicly, I didn't even know what FBA meant. Maybe you don't know what it means, maybe you do. FBA stands for Foundational Black American. And then there's another acronym, I think it's ADOS, it's American Descendants of Slave. Now, if anybody I know, we have already found out the truth about American history and its fake-ass slave trade. We have already debunked the idea that it was even real. We already told you who the Slavs were. We told you that transatlantic slave trade belonged to them. These peons, right? We are not slaves, but POWs, indentured servants, are forced laborers. But you cannot call us slave because the word slave derived from Slavics, right? So let's go on. I keep telling y'all why you should not classify as a FBA, a foundationally black American, because it is still admitting to a history that is not yours. And it is also encompassing and it is also placing Slavs and other people who want to say that they're descendants of slaves that never happened to you, and it's putting you under that, and it is taking away your American Indian identity and the truth of America. And I keep trying to tell you what these people are doing. They're doing this on purpose. This is a political move to keep us. I already put it in another video. But need I say more? Need I go to that other video? I mean, do I need to go back to Google and show you why they want us to classify as FBA? Right. The number report allegedly that right-wing organizations are funding and promoting fundamental black American FBA movement to cause division within black communities. These FBA and similar American descendants, this is what they always do when they don't want to give back the land. They don't want to give back to us. They create division to keep us fighting with each other. And y'all black people have it so, because we can never just say no. We're not going to allow the white man to get over on something. We're not going to let the people in power push a notion that is not serving us. The FBA and similar American descendants of slave, DOS, we are not descendants of that type of slave trade. The transatlantic slave trade is a lie. And I already told you that was some Slavs. That is not us. We are not them. That's why that 1850 census, that stuff is white people. That's their slavery that they destiny swap with you. You are erasing your American Indian heritage claiming FBA or DOS. That is not a name. That is not a name of a nation or a country. You do not want that. Come on, y'all. FBA messaging is viewed by some as an attempt to divert black voters from more nah, nigga. They just trying to keep you from the reparation that they owe you. They owe you as an American Indian because they stole your land and changed your identity. You have to understand that they're doing this stuff on purpose. Calling yourself a FBA is an erasure. Let's go on to this girl and what she's saying. Slavery. When I was researching my family, I was not trying to step into a debate. I actually didn't even know there was a debate about this. I started when I was about 16 years old, and I'm 39 now.
And this is also what they're doing.
They're having Africans say, oh yeah, brown-skinned people left our country 18,000 years ago and came into the Americas. That's a lie. Again, I said this in a previous video. If you look at these countries that they call Africa, these countries within the continent of Africa we call today, they just gained their independence the same way Hindustan did in the 1920s, in the 1940s. When they gained their independence is when they got the names of these lands on it today. That wasn't what these places were called prior to the 1820s, prior to the 1840s. When they gained their independence is when they got these names. Why? To distort the truth. If you go ahead with that title, you will be erasing your American Indian family again. That's the same way when we called ourselves African American, coined by Jesse Jackson. It is another erasure, and it is a political erasure. I knew that a white man had something to do with this FBA movement. You are not foundationally a black American. You are just an American Indian. That is what you are. You do not mark that because so many people want a piece of the pie. They never want to do Israel right. That's why God is going to do badly to America. Because America never want to give Israel what they owe it. They never want to give us what they owe us. They fight tooth and nail to ever do right by American Indian, by our people. They never want to give what is owed. And they fight tooth and nail to continue to rob us of what God told them. You got to give it back. But instead, they try loopholes to not give it back. They got you calling yourself FBA so they can hand it over to the Africans and the Africans can take your money. Instead of them giving it back to us American Indian and accepting the fact that we know we are American Indian, and that's it. Now you got Africans trying to take our stuff and say, yeah, well, we migrated. They got proof. They ain't got no proof. They say we look alike. They didn't say those Indians, the American Indian, were you. They said two distinctive groups of people are the American and the African. They look the same, but they are not. We cannot call ourselves FBA. Do not fall for the sabotage. This is a political tool that they are using to wreak havoc into our community. They always good. What does Satan do? Cause division. Look at Satan again, showing his hand again. This is all Satan ever do, is come into our community to create and divide so that we do not get what is needed in our community, and they wonder why we mad. I am tired of white America. I am tired of you coming in and taking what is rightfully ours. And may God give you the same grace and judge you with the same rule of thumb. May he be merciless just same way you are. May you not get the things that you need. May you have what's taken from you. May you feel what you make us feel like when you do all these schemes and plans instead of just doing what you were supposed to. Give us our land back, get out of our land, and stop trying to erase our identity. Period. Enough is enough.